Students, let's start part 2 of Geography Chapter 1. In this, we are going to discuss the broad classification of resources as well as classification of natural resources. So, to start with, the resources can broadly be classified into three categories: natural resources, human made resources, and human resources. Now, let's start understanding the meaning of term natural resources. Students, you must have observed so many natural resources around you. Our life is completely supported by these natural resources. So, now what are these natural resources? They are naturally occurring substances that support life, such as water, air, and sunlight, or resources that satisfy a human want, such as food, raw material, and mineral fuels. Now, these natural resources can further be classified into three categories, that is, on the basis of their origin, on the basis of their state of development, and on the basis of their renewability. Let's start learning the classification of natural resources on the basis of their origin. So now, on the basis of origin, or from where they have been derived, the natural resources can be classified into two categories. First, biotic, second, abiotic. Now children, when we say biotic resources, that means all living organism on the earth falls into this category. And abiotic, all the non-living components on the earth fall into this category. So with the biotic resources, these resources include natural vegetation and forests, wildlife, aquatic life, all ecosystems of both freshwater and saltwater. If we talk about abiotic resources, these resources include the land utilized for settlement, soil for cultivation, water for survival, and all the minerals present on earth. Or you may also say the hydrosphere, atmosphere, and lithosphere all are part of abiotic components. Now let's start understanding the classification of natural resources on the basis of their state of development. So here we need to understand that any resource, if it has to be used, it need to be developed first. So if we classify the resources on the basis of state of development, they fall into two categories. One is potential resources and the second one is actual resources. Now let's understand what are potential resources. Now children, these are those resources which are known to exist and have been located by the human beings, but are not utilized or developed at present. And maybe we are going to develop them in future or utilize them in future. Now the example for these can be tidal energy, solar energy, or geothermal energy. All these energies are present on earth, but we human beings are still going to exploit them more or going to tap them in future. Now let's move to actual resources. Now what are these actual resources? These are the resources which have been properly surveyed and have been accessed, and we human beings are using them currently in our lives. Now here we can take the example of the minerals, various ores like iron ore or coal. You can see that these have been used by various steel plants which are functioning throughout the world. Further, let's classify the resources on the basis of their renewability. Now, on this basis, we can classify the resources into two categories. They are renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Now, when I talk about renewable resources, the term explains itself, something that can be renewed or regenerated. Or to properly define it, these resources can be renewed or replenished in a shorter period of time. They are also more easily available and are more widely distributed than non-renewable resources. You can see number of examples around us of these renewable resources like the tidal energy, the solar energy, the wind, the crops, forests, fisheries, wildlife, air and water, etc. All these are examples of renewable resources. Now, next we talk about non-renewable resources. Now, these are the resources which are either non-replenishable or they may take millions of years to be renewed. That means once they are consumed, they may take a very long period to be regenerated. So the examples for this can be mineral ores, fossil fuels, as we know that they might take a complete geological period to be redeveloped again. So we keep them in the category of non-renewable resources. With this, children, we come to the end of presentation part 2. Wish you all a very happy and joyful learning. Do revise the chapters which we are doing, and will be coming next to you with the part 3 of the presentation. Thank you.